Hi, my name is Kelly and thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the GM Toolkit, Bandits and Brigands, a guide to the guile and grit of treacherous outlaws. I'm not going to refilm that one. It's okay. You don't know how many times I have messed that word up. Anywho, this is a book by Dungeon in a Box, and it is a monthly toolkit where they send an encounter book, or I think they call it an adventure book. So this one has different items in here. And then they also, for this one, they have a card set, which is for the NPCs that are included in it. And then they also obviously have the Acrylic Standees, which I'll take a look at as well. So this is what when I joined, this is what they were doing is types. So I have one like on mushroom folk. I have one on clockwork creatures. This one's bandits and brigands. I will also be doing another video. They have recently changed in the past few months to also have different types. So not people, but it's focused on like, you can have like festivals. There's one on enchanted libraries. So they've kind of expanded out from people into different things. So basically it's just welcome, fantastic GM. This toolkit is designed to give you what you need to utilize bandits in your campaign or one-shot. Inside are encounters, tables, and more featuring bandits in various scenarios and level ranges. And I did a run through of this. I haven't actually used this in a game or anything. I just read through it. But I like how they have it set up. So they start with bandit encounters. And so they try and give you a little bit more than just, oh, it's just a bandit, kill it, and you're dead. So this encounter is called Hunters in the Dark. It's for levels 2 through 4. And there's going to be bandit ruffians in this one. And so it gives you a little area to read. So it tells you that in this area, the ruffians are looking to strike from the shadows and hit the party hard, hoping to force a quick surrender so they can make off with their valuables. They stalk the party for the better part of an hour. This area of the wilderness has many travelers' shelters, which are small huts set up to help travelers protect themselves as they bed down for the night. And then it gives you a little bit of a paragraph in italics that you can read to your players. And then it will give you a roll that you can attempt to see if you notice the bandits that have tracked you. So this is the player characters may attempt a DC 15 wisdom perception check to notice someone in the woods watching them. And this check is made at disadvantage due to the low light conditions under the trees. And then it tells you the creatures that are involved in the encounter and the tactics of those creatures. So the bandits are outnumbered and only attack with the element of surprise. The bandits only want gold and attempt to negotiate early in the encounter, yelling between arrow volleys and attempt to get the party to broker a deal. And then different environmental effects that may come into play. So the traveler's shelter has windows on each side of the walls with shutters, giving them half cover, which is +2 to AC. So if the characters make it inside, they'll have a little bit extra for their AC. And that's it. So it's basically just the one page of an encounter. They have an encounter for levels 5 through 7. They have different creatures in this one. So they have the bandit ruffians, 2 of those, 2 bandit heavies, and 1 bandit captain. Beautiful stranger encounter for levels 7 through 9. Let's see. Another encounter for levels 6 through 8. An encounter for levels 10 through 12. 13 through 15 encounter. So there's a nice little range of encounters for different levels for characters. And then it kind of just tells you a little bit of bandits. Give them a little bit of a history. More than other types of criminals, bandits are defined by and a reflection of the state of the world around them. Some bandits became criminals because they were drawn to a life of crime. Some can't or won't live inside the bounds of the law. This isn't true for most bandits. The majority are driven to banditry out of extreme desperation. And then it tells you a little bit more. So clever opportunists, so how they would behave in a fight. If it comes down to a fight, bandits are precise and ruthless. Bandits are locals to the land they prey upon and use their knowledge of the area to their advantage. So it gives you a nice little, if you've never really run a bandit before, or, you know, like some of the other ones with clockwork creatures, it gives you just some information that you can kind of noodle on so that when you run them, you have a better idea of who they are and their motivations and how to run them. And then it gives you some tables on how to help flesh out your bandit character. So you can roll a 1d10 on motivation, so reasons a character might become a bandit. 1, thrill-seeking, a desire for adventure and danger drove the character to lawlessness. Failure, the character failed at something major in their life, such as schooling or their business, and feels there are no other options now. Next table is a 1d6, and so these are threats and dangers that your bandit character faces. Vengeful locals. The bandits have preyed upon the locals one too many times. The locals are sending hunting parties to burn them out of their hideaway. So it gives you different threats. Characteristics. So unique physical characteristics to help round out your bandit character. Tattoos. Poorly done tattoos cover their body. Missing finger. They are missing their first finger, leading them to point with the middle finger. Bandit trinkets. So this is a 1d12 table. So small trinkets add depth to your bandits and can serve as potential plot hooks. Let's see. Small linen pouch. A small pouch containing a whittling knife and a beautiful wooden horse. Silk glove. A single fine silk glove, left-handed. And then there's a 1d10 table for bandit treasure, so valuable items that may be included on a high-level bandit. So you have a +1 rapier, beautifully crafted and etched with roiling waves, or 4 flasks of alchemist's fire, 2 potions of climbing. And then you have bandit gang inspiration, so you have the gang origins, what factors led to bandit gangs forming in the region. You have civil war. The king has died with no heirs, leading to civil war. This gang is made up of those civilians displaced from the war. You have a bandit hideout. In what unique location is this bandit gang headquartered? So abandoned mine, forgotten monastery, and then their racket. What is the gang's preferred way of making money? Ransom payments. They kidnap wealthy people on the road and ransom them back to their families or guilds. So it gives you a nice way to round out your bandit and bandit gang, so it's not just, you know, the usual. Bandit NPC. So this gives you actual NPCs that you can play. So you have the Briar King. The Briar King is a tall, heavily muscled half-orc woman with gray-green skin and hair trimmed to a buzz along her scalp. She runs a mid-sized bandit gang out of an area called the Brambles, which is a magically enhanced briar grove that attacks intruders with living vines when they approach. So it gives you some history on her personality. So she's outgoing and boisterous. And then it gives you the bond, flaw, and ideal, which is what is used in D&D. So it has different NPC characters that you can take out of here and just play. And then you have the stat blocks for the different bandits. So the Bandit Ruffian, when you have that in your previous encounter, or you can just use it as a separate. It gives you their AC, their health, their movement. It's a medium humanoid, any non-lawful. It gives you all of their skills for strength, dex, con, passive perception, their languages, the challenge rating, and their proficiency, strength and numbers. So the bandit has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the bandit's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated. They have a smoke bomb and then different actions that they take. And so they have that for the bandit heavy, the bandit spellslinger, the deceiver, the captain, and then the bandit king. So it goes up in level. And then, let's see, they do have spells. So the bandit spellslinger obviously has spells. And so they have the cantrips that they have, first level, second level, third level, and fourth level. This is a challenge 4 rating, Bandit Spellslinger. And so there are some in here like Pickpocket, Brilliant Flash. So they have a section in the back here that will explain what those spells are. So again, gives you all the same information that you would find in like D&D for their spells. And then if you defeat the bandits or you get through to their treasure, you can have some bandit magic items. So Cloak of Smuggling, Globe of Misdirection. So most of them are about the same size, I believe. I believe most of the books are around 20 to 30 pages. I am working on the Encountered Libraries. That one's a little bit bigger. I think it's a 40-page book. So it's a nice size book for what you're getting. And then here are the cards that come with this particular one for the stat blocks for all of the different bandit types. So, and then on the back, again, it's just the same stat blocks that are in the book. It's just you have an actual card for it. So you don't have to keep referring to the book for it. Very small writing. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, but it is pretty small writing. So they have it for each of them. And then we have the Acrylic Standees. Now for my subscription, I no longer get the bases, but you can get some that have the bases still if you want them. I just don't need them. But here's we'll start with number 1 of 2. There we go. So it does tell you what it is. So this is a Halfling 1, Halfling 2, Demonling. You have 2 different types of dwarfs, 2 different elves. And again, some of this stuff is in the book. So like this orc, half-orc is in the book. This halfling, this elf are in the book. And then they are double-sided. So you can see they have front and back. And then this is more of them. So you have the Deceiver, 2 different Deceivers. Here's the Spellslinger. You have the Bandit King, Bandit Queen. And then the backs. And that's it. I just wanted to do a video on one of these toolkits. I've been subscribed for a few months now, so I thought I would just show you what that looks like in case you're interested in getting it yourself. So that is the adventure book, and it has the cards and the acrylic standees. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time. Bye! You didn't record any of it?